is going on, people of Earth? My name is Chilly Dilly. Welcome back to another Chilly Dilly Christmas story time video. If you guys missed the one last year, I actually released it on Christmas. I did talk about one of the times during Christmas Eve that I smoked a lot. Anyway, you should check the video out, is what I'm saying. And these videos are going to be centered more around Christmas, obviously, and me getting really fucked up. And today is no different. Today I have a pretty interesting story that is pretty, how do I put this? Makes me look pretty bad, but I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I was stupid, I was young. Before we give you some context or backstory of how I got in this situation, first, shout out to the sponsor, JK Distro. Second, cheers. Check out some of their amazing Christmas deals over some really good flour. But for some context anyway, I often talk about when I was in high school. I lived in 3 different states. I lived in South Carolina for my senior year. I had moved there from Ohio with my mom, just my mom. And I'd been there the whole year. I've talked about Wesley, all that. Anyway, about 3/4 of the way through the year, she decided that it is way too expensive to live in South Carolina, which it definitely is, especially Charleston. And so she was like, hey, I'm pulling you out of school again. And you're going to come finish school in Ohio. And whatever, I was like, okay. So anyway, during this little stunt, or during this little period, there was a humongous snowstorm that happened on like the whole East Coast. This was like 2014, 2015 time, I want to say. Because, yeah, I think it was like early 2015. Anyway, really big snowstorm. So I get back to Ohio. And I ended up moving back to South Carolina after that storm. Actually, me and Wesley got a place. That's why a lot of the crazy stories I've had revolve in South Carolina. But anyway, so I'm back, with my parents now in Ohio, and just went from sunny weather to now trapped in a snowstorm. I'm talking, it was so bad that school was out for like weeks. So like I'm just literally chilling there, whatever, having no bud for weeks. And you got to remember, I'm going from being very independent, skipping school and smoking every day, to now being trapped inside with my parents who I like barely saw and not smoking. So you can imagine it was a very rough time. I obviously was being a fiend. I'm not going to lie. I think you can kind of see where this is going. So the storm isn't as bad anymore. They say the streets are kind of okay. They really weren't, honestly, and I shouldn't have been doing this, but anyway, it was like 12 o'clock one night. I was like fiending fucking hard, bro. I had to be like 18 at the time. Haven't smoked in weeks, been trapped inside, literally just going crazy, playing video games. And I remember that's when not Dead Island, but Dying Light. That's when Dying Light 1 came out, and I like was playing it a lot during that time. And yeah, it was okay, but I was like, bro, you know what would make this better? Schweed. So I'm hitting up like every single plug I know, hoping that one of them will deliver. Obviously, all of them are like, no, but if you come here, you can get a really good deal. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, like I could do that. But then I'm looking outside, and yeah, sure, I had actually shoveled the snow that day, so our cars were good. But I had a 1999 Ford Escort with the shag interior. And literally just 6 months before, I had gotten in a wreck and it hydroplaned and just rained. So I don't think me driving that in snow and possible ice was a really good idea. So I get the bright idea to take my mom's car because it's newer, it has better tires. This is how I'm like making it okay in my head, because I'm thinking, oh, well, they have like full coverage, or they have my name on the insurance, or they have full coverage. So like, it's not a big deal, whatever. So like, it's like 12 o'clock and I sneak out, which I don't even know why I'm like saying sneak out, because literally, like I said, months before, my mom was just not there. So like I was just partying, doing whatever. So now it's just like so different. Anyway, I'm sneaking out, I guess. I take her car and I'm driving 10, 15 miles an hour at like 12:30. I'm pretty tired, you know what I mean? Like I probably could have just waited till the morning, asked my mom to use her car, and she probably would have been like, okay. But anyway, it's like 12:30 now. I'm fucking going in the dark. like the tires are like scraping. You're hearing all that noise, and my plug is like downtown. So luckily they did kind of clean the streets a little bit, you know, is what I thought. So I pull up to the plug house. It's like almost 1 now. It took me so long to get there when it's not even a far drive. That dude's actually in jail now and has been in jail for quite a bit of time, so that really sucks. But I remember his dad was really cool because he always played the organ or the piano, and he was like actually good at it, not just like fucking around all the time, but like would play really cool fucking music. Like sometimes I remember tripping there and then I would hear him playing it and I would literally just go down there, smoke, and just listen, you know what I'm saying, like just chill and vibe. And anyway, so I'm pulling up, dude's playing organ. I'm like, oh bro, where's homie? He's upstairs. Dude, I'm talking about like, I think I spent $50. That's probably all I had to my name. And I probably got almost an ounce. Like, it's pretty crazy, right? So now we're sitting there smoking. It's been weeks since I've smoked. Weeks. So I'm fucking blasted. Like, so blasted it's crazy off of one blunt. You know what I mean? And we might have done some other stuff. I'm not 100% sure because he was into a lot of other, like, psychedelics and stuff. And I definitely at the time was open to whatever. I think it's literally snowing or raining right now. I can't tell. I swear I thought it was snowing. It did snow last night, but anyway... That's why I kind of thought of this story, if you were wondering. So anyway, I'm chilling there. I'm like way too baked. It's like 1:30 now. And I remember that my homie, I had another homie that was another dealer. He hit me up and he was like, yo man, if you want to come over, I'll literally give you a couple grams for free. Just because I was like, bro, I really need some, you know what I mean? I was fiending. And I was like, okay, why not add to what I have? Never be greedy, folks. Always know your limit. Don't go too far. But anyway... So I'm pulling out of plug number 1's house, and I got stuck. I actually got stuck in the snow. I'm freaking out. It's almost 2 in the morning now. You know what I'm saying? This is my mom's car. I just feel like such a loser now saying that because, like, I was 18. I'm 28 now. I have my own car. I would never do that. My mom would just take me to the plug now. You could just get it online from JK Distro and not worry about a snowstorm. Well, I don't know if mail will be pulling up. I don't know how that works. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, though, so I get stuck. So what do? Go get homie's dad. He stops playing the organ. He has like a little truck. He's going to be able to pull me out. Because you got to remember, I'm like in Ohio, kind of in the country. So like trucks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be real, that is the only real reason I got super lucky, but anyway, so he pulls me out. It's like another 30 minutes. I'm like, thank God, dude. And so my dumbass, instead of being like, okay, yeah, dude, this shit is bad. I need to go home and I need to make sure I'm good. Like, we're good right now. So I go to the other plug number 2's house, and his house is even worse. It's further out in the country, and it wasn't that far away from other homies' crib, but like I'm getting so much further from my house because my house was kind of like 10-15 minutes away from the like main downtown area. So, you know, it took like 30 minutes to even get there. But anyway, I'm at plug number 2's house, and I've actually talked about this person before. This is the person that I actually did my first dab with. And so I'm coming in there, and it's like, first of all, I definitely remember that the Christmas tree and all the decorations they had were like really beautiful. And I remember coming in there like so stoned and already just having a great time. I remember they had a German Shepherd puppy that was super cool. So anyway, we get more baked. I leave and get stuck again. So, like I said, this place is actually a lot worse. And they had like a little, what do you call it? Like, I guess like a ditch or embankment essentially, like next to their the driveway. And so I fell into that naturally because it was covered in snow. But once again, I'm in the country. Homie has a humongous fucking Jeep that can just pull it out and has the whole device and everything because he's used to that. And this would have been like a week or so into the snowstorm as well. So like everybody had already been used to it. So anyway, though, I get pulled out again. That's not weird. And then to be even more stupid, to like end it on the most stupid note, I decided to go to my one friend's house. And then to be like just super stupid on top of that, I decided once again not to go home. But I'm like, oh man, Like, I gotta go buy fucking wraps and shit now. What am I gonna do? I can't just like take this home and not even have anything. So now I'm going to gas stations. And while I'm at this gas station, it's like 3 a.m. You want to know who I get a text from? I think you can guess who I got a text from. My mom. So I start instantly shitting my pants because she's like, where the fuck are you? Where is my car? And I would literally... I'm pretty sure I said that I was like just at a gas station, that I needed like cigarettes or something, because they knew I smoked, because they smoked cigarettes my whole life. And yeah, it's just the most bullshit fucking thing, because they literally had cigarettes there. So that was just a straight up lie. Or maybe I said it was dip, because I did dip at the time and then I stopped doing that. But yeah, I made up some stupid lie, and like right away she was like, bullshit, like get the fuck home. And then I get home. It's like 3:30. I have like an ounce in my shoe, because now I'm thinking, okay, now my mom's car smells like weed, because I've literally had just an ounce chilling in there. And then now I'm like, well, where am I going to put this? Because she's probably going to be like, do you have any fucking weed on you or anything? So like, I was kind of freaking out. So I put it in my like shoe. Yeah, I put it in my shoe or something. And she did. Like the moment I got in, she was like, I know you weren't going out to get cigarettes. You were going to buy fucking weed and empty your fucking pockets and all that. And I was like, okay. And then I emptied all my pockets. And then she was literally like, there's no fucking dip can. And I was like, yeah, you texted me, and I just turned back around. Some dumb shit like that. Obviously, I was just being an asshole. Just to clarify, is don't ever do that. Don't lie to your parents about that kind of stuff, because once I started just being honest about it, like not that much longer after, because after I moved back to South Carolina, I ended up graduating, and because I lived with Wesley and pretty much being 2 young adults still having to go to school, not being responsible at all, obviously you're going to end up fucking yourself. I myself also left South Carolina because it was too expensive to live in, and I was just being dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing dumb shit. So I moved back in with my parents like shortly after that, back in Ohio for a little bit. This was years ago. This was like literally still at 18. That's when I lived with them for a couple months, got my shit together, got a job, and then started a lot of the stories that you've heard in other story times as well. So yeah, definitely does not pay to fuck around and find out. Well, it pays, but it's not in a good way, I promise, because it will fuck you over every time. I know it. I got fucked over a lot. I definitely am lucky to have even lived, not fucked up my mom's car. And yeah, man, I mean, I've definitely have a good relationship with my parents, and honestly, it was just the biggest part of it, to be real. But anyway, man, that is my story. It was really dumb, really crazy. My car got stuck twice. Or sorry, my mom's car got stuck twice in the snow. Luckily, somebody was able to pull us out. But I succeeded. I succeeded in the end, and that's really what matters. Is that I got home, my mom went straight to sleep because it was like 3:30, and I rolled a blunt in my room, knowing damn well that shit probably smelled like hella gas, and went outside and smoked that shit and passed out. I appreciate y'all watching, man. If y'all enjoy the end bump, you can send your own to chillydillyendbumps@gmail.com. Other than that, enjoy your Christmas. Let me know some crazy Christmas story time where you got fucked up or anything. I have definitely a couple more for current day as well. Like, you know, my girl, she worked at this one place where they used to have like crazy Christmas parties, and I would get really fucked up there, and that shit was really cool. And I've definitely simmered down a lot more as an adult, but definitely still like that fun. Like, I think a couple years ago I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, on Christmas, getting super fucked up, which was super fun. But anyway, super long story time. Hope you guys enjoyed.